Welcome back. Time for Coach's Corner, brought to you by Xfinity. Pleased to be joined now by Justin Hutson, Fresno State's men's basketball coach. Got to ask you right off the bat about Bryson Williams. I'm sure you were prepared for this question, Coach. We know he took a trip to UTEP and a trip to Oregon. Where is he in his transfer process? What's the latest?
I believe he also took a trip to Arizona, and that's about all I know. You know, in this business, there's a lot of transfers. 40% of the young men transfer nowadays. So our job now is to work and make sure he knows that we want him back. We would take him back. He loves Fresno. He's a great kid. He's been great for the community and the university. That's about all I know is he's taken 3 trips so far, and we're working diligently to try to make sure he knows he can come back.
Well, you had said previously that if Williams does return, you would welcome him back with no hard feelings. But right now, I assume that you're planning on not having him on the team next season?
You got to plan on not having him. When a young man comes in and asks for his release and says he wants to look elsewhere, then you got to move on and act like you're not having him. But somebody as important as him, that's as important to the team, the university, and the community, you're always going to welcome him back with open arms because he's just a great young man.
When you were hired back in April, Deshaun Taylor was someone you weren't sure if you'd have for this next season, but he has since pulled his name out of the NBA draft and announced he will return. How much better are the Bulldogs with Taylor in the fold for next season?
A whole bunch better. First team all-conference, leader, tough as nails. Somebody I'm very, very familiar with being in the conference, and we're just happy to have him back. He's been out doing a lot of community service. He's a great student. He embodies what you want to be as a Bulldog. He's a great student athlete, and we're happy to have him back.
I did want to ask you about his community service because Taylor is active on social media, but lately he's been so active in the community, volunteering his time, visiting a lot of different schools. As someone who is from the Valley yourself, how much can you appreciate what he's doing?
I'm excited about that, to have somebody that's going to be your leader of the team that wants to do those things, and he leads by example. You know, we all want to get out in the community and excite the Red Wave and get them back in the Save Mart Center, and who better than one of your best players?
On that note, Coach, I'd like to point out there is an upcoming meet and greet with Coach Hutson a week from Tuesday at the Elbow Room. We'll put the information on the screen for everyone. Coach, you know the Valley, and you were on that caravan recently that made stops in Turlock and Visalia, among other places. What are you hearing from Bulldog fans about your hire and the program in general?
They're excited. You know, it's the honeymoon phase. We haven't lost a game yet. But being from the Valley and my resume, they're kind of excited to see what we're going to be about. They're excited about the returning players we have. You know, so I was hoping the caravan would have kept going south a little bit to Bakersfield, where I'm from, but it was just a great time to meet all these former fans, the Red Wave that was out, trying to get them back into the Save Mart Center. Everybody had a reason why they come. Everybody's excited about the new hire and the new regime, and everybody loved Rodney, had a lot of respect for him, but they're excited that we're here.
Fans like the players, they like the coach, especially when the coach wins, as you talked about. So hopefully the honeymoon phase will transition to a lot of winning for this Fresno State program. But I also want to ask you about the upcoming schedule. You're playing in the Wooden Legacy, but what else can you tell us about games that you have scheduled or tentatively scheduled for this season and beyond?
The scheduling is still not quite done yet. You know, we want to schedule tough. We want to have some good home games that the Red Wave is proud to come out and see. You know, to fill up the Save Mart Center, they want to have some named teams that come in, and they want to see us beat them. So we're still working on that right now, but we are excited about the Wooden Legacy. It'll be on ESPN, but we don't want to use that as an excuse. Make sure you get back in your caravan and come on down to Disneyland and spend your Thanksgiving down there and watch the Bulldogs play.
Speaking of games at the Save Mart Center, you will play Nevada this season and on the road, of course. I know you expect to compete for a conference championship. Do you have a game plan yet to beat Nevada? The Wolfpack has the Martin twins coming back, Jordan Caroline coming back, and there's that incoming McDonald's All-American to a team that went to the Sweet 16. Is it safe to say Nevada's the team to beat right now?
That would be safe to say. You know, the coach has done a great job. Coach Muss has done a great job. He's been there 4 or 5 years now. So his program is where he wants it. So we're not scared. We'll be excited to play them next year, and the league needs to be tough. You know, when more teams are better in the league and you put more teams in the NCAA tournament, then you can recruit better. The fan bases are better. So we're excited about Nevada being good, but we're not excited to play them right now. We got to make sure we get our whole team back.
You've been on the job for about 2 months. Are you settled in yet? What have you discovered about Fresno that you didn't already know?
Didn't discover too much about Fresno I didn't already know. I have a lot of aunts and uncles here, so I've visited Fresno a lot being from Bakersfield, but it's exciting to be in the community. I've been out in the community quite a bit. You know, our whole administration has had me out on a caravan. We've also went to different places in the community, different restaurants, met different people, so that part is just great. Being a Bulldog now, you know, now being a Bulldog, I'm really excited.
Now that you're a Bulldog coach, you are tied to Bulldogs of past and present. Going to put you on the spot. Where's Paul George going to play next season?
I don't know. It would be nice if he was at the Lakers. You can go see him play a lot more. You know, he'd be close to go see him play. Maybe he can get down to Fresno more than he does.
All right, he's Justin Hutson, Fresno State's men's basketball coach. We appreciate the time today. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me, Andrew.